everybody, it's Melanie. So today I'm going to be doing a share the love video. I haven't done one of these in quite some time, but it's a video that I really do like to do every once in a while. And I have 3 channels that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. One of them is a beauty channel, one of them is a wine channel, and one of them is a cooking channel. So I have to admit that in the last year, I have really kind of expanded my YouTube watching from exclusively beauty videos to a variety of different topics. And admittedly, I don't watch nearly as many beauty videos as I probably should, given what I do, which is make beauty videos. But I really just enjoy watching a range of different creators, and there are so many people out there who are these like experts in their respective fields. And you know, I'm by no means saying that anybody that I'm mentioning today has claimed to be like the end all of information about a particular topic, but I've just found these particular channels to be extremely informative to me. People that I really have kind of a connection with in terms of loving their personality, loving their overall style, loving the way that they present information, and just presenting things that are totally new to me in some respects. And I feel like I learn a lot. And that's one of the main reasons that I really like YouTube, is I feel like watching other people talk about their experiences, or you know, what they think about products, or really anything is just so helpful to me personally. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The first channel I'm gonna mention is, the channel name is Whitney A. And Whitney is a sommelier, which is I guess you could call it a wine expert. And she is based out of LA. She lives down in California. And I recently, within the last like probably 6 to 8 months, have developed an interest in wine. I used to be more of a cocktail kind of girl, and don't get me wrong, I still love my cocktails, but at the end of the day, I have found myself just really every day enjoying one glass of wine. And it's not a giant glass of wine, it's, you know, about 6 to like 8 ounces max of wine. Like, I don't overdo it. But I do find that it sort of helps me decompress from the day and mellows me out a little bit. I'm one of those people whose mind is always going at like a million miles an hour. Like, I overthink everything. I think too much, just period. And sometimes wine helps me mellow out, and I'm all over that. And I like good wine. So, Whitney is a channel that I discovered a few months ago, and she just talks about a variety of wines. She goes in depth about the different grape varieties, how wine is made, how, you know, the region that it comes from imparts, you know, different types of flavors within the wine, how to pair wine with food, how to properly drink wine, how to properly order it at a fancy restaurant, which is something that has always really intimidated me. There's just so much information that I've gotten from her. And she also talks about cocktails as well. Not only wine cocktails, but, you know, other types of drinks. And she does it in a way that is just so funny and informative. I just really feel like she is the type of girl, like, if I knew her in real life, like, I would want to be best friends with her. She is so funny, so down to earth. She just has this kind of dry sense of humor that really jives with my sense of humor, which is also a little bit sarcastic and dry as well. And so I've honestly learned so much from her about wine. And I know that sort of a random thing to mention in a Share the Love, but it's been really helpful to me, and I've discovered some great wines through her, and I've learned how to read wine labels. You know, when I go to Costco now and I peruse the wine aisles, I sort of know what to look for because I have learned from her channel what it is that I actually like in wine, and so I can read the bottles now and think, yes, I'm gonna love that, or yeah, that's a pretty label, but probably not gonna taste all that great to me personally, knowing what I know now. So it just has honestly made me much more informed, and it's something that I've developed a little bit of, I wouldn't call it a passion, but an enjoyment for. So I also credit her with encouraging me to branch out to red wines, which is something in the past that I would have been like, no thanks. But there's some good red wines out there. So I really encourage you guys, if you have an interest in this at all, to check out Whitney's channel. I'm of course going to be listing all of these channels down below, so just check the description box and then you can go find these people and subscribe. The second channel is a beauty channel, and this is someone that I discovered just a few months ago, and her name is Stephanie Marie, and she is just this incredibly put together, sophisticated, really smart, really beautiful, and really informative lady. Stephanie is a little bit older than your more traditional, like, 20-year-old YouTubers. There's nothing wrong with being in your 20s and making beauty videos. There is a huge market for all different types of age ranges. But I have to admit that personally, the older that I'm getting, I'm having more and more trouble relating to YouTubers that are significantly younger than I am and that are in a very different stage of their life. They do their makeup very differently. The application techniques are very different from what I prefer now that I'm 38 years old. You know, it's just not something that I find to be applicable to me. And I don't want that to come across bad. Like, I do still have some younger YouTubers that I'm subscribed to, but personally, I'm finding myself gravitating to those YouTubers who are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. And I've just discovered Stephanie Marie recently, and she just is, like I said, incredibly informative. She is a working mom. On her channel, she addresses such a wide variety of topics. More recently, she has done a couple of like home tours, and I've actually really found myself appreciating her even more after seeing her home tour, because her style just overall, like everything about her there's something that I can identify with, you know, with the style of her home. It's very comfortable. It's very lived in. It makes sense for her family. You know, it's not ostentatious, but it's a beautifully put together home that I could totally see myself personally living in, you know, like everything just is so relatable in that part of her life. And I love that she is a mother. She has 2 children. They are slightly older, so I think they're in their like preteens and teens. And she has a son and a daughter, and she loves her kids. She has an Instagram where she frequently, you know, will post pictures of especially her daughter, who's just this really well-spoken little girl. I mean, you can tell that she really admires her mom and looks up to her, and I think that is amazing. You know, I hope that as Stella grows up, she looks at me as a role model as well. And she has a really cute little dog. But you know, if you're looking for a beauty channel, like if your interest is mostly like beauty related, that's the bulk of her channel. She talks a lot about makeup and skincare for someone who is at a I don't want to say more advanced stage in life because she's really not that old. I believe that she is probably in her 40s. But she talks about skincare that works for women who are a little bit older, things that are very realistic. You know, she talks about brands that are at different price ranges. She doesn't just do high-end. You know, she also talks about some drugstore stuff as well. She has talked quite a bit about skincare in her videos, which, as you guys know, is really important to me. And I just find her just incredibly relatable and easy to watch. Her voice is very soothing. And just, you know, her style, her class, her just how sophisticated she is just really kind of appeals to me. And that is honestly the type of YouTuber that I'm gravitating more towards. Someone who is slightly older, sort of understands the challenges and the, you know, different things that come up as you get older and how you have to adjust the way that you do things in your beauty regimen. Like, it just, something's got to change. It's not a bad thing. You just have to know what to do. And I find her incredibly informative and just really fun to watch. So if you are looking for a beauty channel to subscribe to that is just really a YouTuber that's easy to relate to, I would really highly recommend Stephanie Marie. So I will put her channel down below. Go check her out. And the third channel is the Kitchy Kitchen. Some of you probably already know who Claire is. She does really simple, easy, but delicious recipes that they just look so good. I have tried a couple of things that she has shown on her channel and they've turned out wonderfully. I love watching cooking channels that are easy. You know, there's a lot of people out there who have these great cooking channels, but like, I would just never take the time to do that stuff. Like, I'm not gonna make like a 5-course meal. I'm not gonna make a meal that has 80 different ingredients. It's not me. And that's one of the reasons that I really like Claire is she shows simple but really delicious recipes on her channel. And she presents the information in such a way that just makes me think, you know what? I can totally do that. Like, she's just so relatable and so down to earth. She also every once in a while will toss in some random content, like, you know, she will have other experts on her channel. So the way that I found Whitney A was through Claire's channel, the Kitchy Kitchen, because they did a video together and I was like, that chick's funny. I'm gonna go check out her channel. So, you know, she'll have different people on to sort of share different recipes. She's had family members on in the past to share some family recipes. And it just, I don't know what it is about her, but I just find her to be really relatable and someone who is just, she presents beautiful food. My version of it never really quite looks like hers, because I'm obviously not making this for a YouTube video, but it's delicious. Just toss it all in a bowl, mix it up, bake it, cook it, whatever you do with it, and it's delicious. So if you're looking for another cooking channel, if you're someone who enjoys that type of YouTube video, I would really recommend Claire's channel. Again, it's a Kitchy Kitchen. She has a beautiful Instagram as well. You should go take a look at her Instagram because she just, the way that these Instagrammers present their food just blows my mind because, like, I'm one of those people that always, like, nibbles on the food while I'm making it. Like, so something can be, you know, totally not cooked yet and I'm already, like, trying it. So, but, you know, and I don't think to plate things beautifully, even though I know that that's probably important as, you know, when it comes to, like, enjoying your food, like all aspects of it, like the visual aspect, but yeah, that's not super important to me. But I do admire when other people present their food beautifully because it just makes me think, I want to try that recipe. That looks delicious. So anyway, check out Claire's channel as well. But hopefully this was a fun video for you guys. I love watching Share the Love videos just in general because it's nice to see what other people are watching right now. And we all know that the vast universe of YouTube is, I mean, it's enormous. There are probably 800 million different channels by this point, and it's hard to find people that are easy to relate to, that have really good quality content, that isn't overly produced, you know. Like I have some strict criteria these days for channels that I subscribe to. Like they can't be over the top in terms of production, but I also, you know, want to be able to see the makeup or, you know, the food, or be able to hear the people talking, you know. So I think it can be somewhat difficult to find channels that are good quality but not overly over the top, if you will. And I think that these are 3 channels that you guys would really, really enjoy. So go check these channels out if you have an interest at all in any of these topics. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.